Santa Ana winds looks like it's going to be a little bit stronger, so we will keep a close eye on that. LA, Orange County, mid-80s for you today. Not looking like we'll set any records. The record is 91 degrees, so we're in the clear there. Temperatures tomorrow cooling to the upper 70s. Valleys, Inland Empire, still holding on to some warm temperatures the next couple days. Along the coast, mid-70s out there, sunny skies. You cool to the upper 60s tomorrow, and then a nice warm-up comes heading into your Tuesday and Wednesday. You're back to those low to mid-70s, some gusty winds in the mix as well. Our mountains, 60s through the weekend. It doesn't last long, though. You cool to the upper 50s Monday. And then look, Tuesday, Wednesday, winds start to pick up, gusts up to 35 miles per hour for our passes, canyon passes, I should say. And then our desert, 70 degrees out there today. Enjoy it. Flirting with those upper 60s, low 70s much of the week. And Palm Springs, 80s all the way through the week. Upper 70s for our Friday. But when upper 70s is the coolest, you can't complain too much.
Shayla, we can't complain at all. It looks like fabulous temperatures this weekend. I think I'm definitely going to get outside. Thanks so much. Now let's take a look at some of our headlines on this Saturday morning.
Anti-ICE protests planned all over Southern California today following major demonstrations that turned violent and fiery. We have new video this morning.
You're breaking my window, guys. I'm a U.S. citizen. It's insane. This guy's breaking my window, guys.
A woman is sharing her story after live streaming her detainment by federal ICE agents, the emotional arrest, plus what she had to say after being released.
And grab your sunscreen and maybe an extra bottle of water. Things are heating up, temperatures reaching up to 20 degrees above average. We'll check in again with Shayla Gerardin.
Now, Southern California's news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on this Saturday morning. I'm Tim Caputo.
And I'm Abigail Velez. Irene Cruz has the morning off. More ICE-out protests are being planned for today across local communities. This comes as protesters clashed with federal agents last night. You can see the heated moments there. The protests are in response to the federal crackdown on immigration. This is video in front of the federal detention building in downtown Los Angeles. The LAPD was on tactical alert, and you can see protesters clashing with police at times. LAPD has not released any arrest numbers. Meanwhile, more ICE-out protests are slated across Southern California today in Aliso Viejo, Corona, downtown LA, and the Los Angeles Unified School District headquarters.
These ICE-out protests took place all across the country yesterday. Tens of thousands of people poured into the streets.
ABC's Johnny Fernandez has the details on the outrage against federal immigration enforcement.
A nationwide wave of protests from Minneapolis to Los Angeles to Raleigh, North Carolina. Mass demonstrations across the country. Tens of thousands marching in ICE-out protests, protesting ICE and Border Patrol after the deadly killings of Alex Preddy and Renee Good. In Los Angeles, several businesses shut their doors Friday.
With what our country is going through right now, what our city is going through right now, with what the world is going through right now, I think it's more important to spread love.
Students walked out of class to join the protests. ABC's Matt Rivers is on the ground in Minneapolis.
People are out here taking to the streets, braving the bitter cold with a clear message. They don't approve of the ICE crackdown in their community.
The Justice Department launching a federal investigation into the killing of ICU nurse Alex Preddy, including a civil rights investigation.
We're looking at everything that would shed light on what happened that day and in the days and weeks leading up to what happened.
This comes after federal agents arrest former CNN anchor and now independent journalist Don Lemon and 3 others in connection to a church protest in St. Paul, Minnesota. Lemon was documenting the event.
I'm not part of the group. I'm just here photographing. I'm a journalist.
Attorney General Pam Bondi says the arrests were at her direction, calling it in a social media post a coordinated attack.
You have the right to worship freely and safely. And if I haven't been clear already, if you violate that sacred right, we are coming after you.
Lemon's legal team calling it an unprecedented attack on the First Amendment. A federal judge previously rejecting the DOJ's attempt to charge Lemon, saying there was no evidence of criminal behavior. Lemon making his first court appearance in Los Angeles. The indictment was unsealed, alleging Lemon and others went into the church and occupied space, physically obstructing those inside. The judge ordering Lemon released. This as thousands protest demanding change across the U.S. Johnny Fernandez, ABC News, New York.
A woman in El Monte sharing her story after live streaming her detainment by ICE, which included agents smashing her car windows with a hammer. She was released from custody last night and is speaking out about that frightening ordeal. Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Fisher has her story.
You're breaking my window, guys. I'm a U.S. citizen. It's insane. Insane. This guy's breaking my window, guys.
Her voice trembles with fear as Maria Sente holds back tears.
They're gonna try to arrest me.
Federal immigration agents breaking the U.S. citizen's car window with a hammer in an emotional arrest streamed live on Instagram Friday.
I thought this is it. These are my last moments.
Sente is still processing the frightening ordeal, which she believes stemmed from another encounter with ICE 2 days prior, agents stopping her car off the 10 freeway.
That's my first warning? Okay. Get out of my city. Get out of my city. Turns out they weren't stopping me. They were just intimidating me.
Sente was once again recording Friday afternoon when ICE surrounded her vehicle around 2 at the Chevron on Peck and Valley in El Monte.
They're gonna try to arrest me. This is insane. I can't believe this is happening, guys. Lord, please protect me. Lord, please. Guys, I don't trust them. One of the officers got on the curb on the middle island to box my car in. One came on here and one was behind me. Because of all the commotion, police department got there.
But El Monte police did not intervene as Sente was arrested.
They threw me in their car. We got on the 10 freeway. They took me all the way on a joyride to Santa Ana, and then they get off on an exit.
By 5 Friday evening, Sente, whose charges include resisting arrest, was released. Her experience worsened when she says El Monte police refused to let her use the restroom.
They made me pee in the parking lot in some bushes behind the horse carriers with handcuffs on.
The El Monte Police Department issuing a lengthy statement saying in part they responded to a CBP call for assistance to support public safety, but their officers were not involved in the federal operation. This group of protesters gathering Friday night outside the police station, Sente, undeterred by her ordeal, joining the group demonstrating against ICE.
I prefer that they were taking their time taking me on a joyride with BS charges than picking up innocent people that they could have hurt on the street. So I thanked them for that. I said, thank you. Thank you. I thank them for not killing me too.
Michelle Fisher, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Another round of frigid cold is hitting the East Coast, leaving tens of thousands without power this morning. At least 100 people have died in recent winter weather. This is new video out of northern Tennessee where snow blanketed homes and streets. Potential blizzard conditions are expected in places that don't even have snow removal equipment. The Myrtle Beach, South Carolina mayor said they plan to use what they can find. The storm is also expected to hit the Carolinas, Georgia, and Virginia through tomorrow, with the extreme cold plunging as south as Florida.
Good morning. Here at home, very different story. We are talking about well above average temperatures, some spots 10 to 20 degrees above normal for this time of year. Right now, bringing back that shot of LAX. Because of these warmer conditions, part of that's due to the offshore flow, and it's also clearing us out. Not much in way of cloud cover out there. You can see a really nice shot of the full moon to start off your weekend. Temperatures already in the upper 50s. So like I was mentioning earlier, this is definitely a day. Have some light layers. Underneath, you're going to want the short sleeves, the tank top, the shorts. Break out the flip-flops as well, because we were talking about some really warm weather across Southern California. 65 degrees for you in Irvine to start the day. Now, with that offshore flow also comes some Santa Ana winds. Now, the good news is these aren't very strong, but you'll notice from Malibu into Santa Clarita, we're seeing wind gusts in the 15 to 20 mile per hour range. Much calmer as we move into LA and even in the Inland Empire. But all of this bringing us some really nice temperatures, too. Low to mid 80s out there for most of you. Our valleys coming in 86 degrees, a little bit cooler along the coast and in the high deserts. You'll only be in the 70s today, 60s for our mountains, and then low deserts, the 80s. All right, we have cooler temperatures on the way. This doesn't last forever, so enjoy it. I'll break it all down in the full forecast. But for now, Tim, Abigail, I'll send it back to you.
Shayla, thanks so much. Well, weekend woes out on the roads, the freeway lane closures to watch out for.